despite high cholesterol and elevated blood pressure. When did those become minor things? A lot of things are nuts. A lot of things are nuts. I'm going to worry about the receipts last.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I'm going to worry about that later. Anyway, physically fit. So I'm thinking I'm an Olympic runner.
Compared to the population we dined with.
Oh my God. We don't want to talk about that. We'll really get off topic. Let me talk about Linda McMahon. We want to talk about the Department of Education. Let's go. Did you know this? Linda McMahon, you know, the essayer's wife, WWE, you know all that nonsense, right? Okay. Oh, A1. He's talking about steak sauce. But it gets worse. In multiple schools unless the DEI programs are abolished. Hi, Yudi. How you doing, sweetie? It's been a while. Advocate, I mean, why does it bother people that we talk about other cultures? Why is that a problem? Why is it we threaten people now? Oh, there you are. Why do we threaten people? If you do this, we're not giving you that. When did that have to scream? My God. Jesus. Okay, I'm going to sit here for a few minutes. I'm working way too hard. Yeah.
Why?
He was 6'3" when Joy was 6'3". He's 6'3". Penis is 6 inches and 3 centimeters. Now 230 is more like 330.
230?
Not bad. They're saying 230 as if, right?
We don't know better.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with gaining weight.
Is that Ronnie Jackson?
I don't know, dude. Thank you, Yudi. This is my favorite, but I got a new one coming that I'll show you when I get. I don't know. Here's what I'm saying. I wouldn't shame the man if he was 330. Just admit it. That's my issue. So you're a big guy.
Robert Cleveland. Howard.
Yeah, I mean, he's 78 years old. Oh, it's insane. Your Highness, I've never seen. Oh, that's what Sparky was upset about. The guy behind me. It's called the news. I'm moving on. I gotta, like I said, not paying attention to this shit anymore.
Well, it goes beyond greed.
But anyway, not a fan of Linda McMahon. She's absolutely useless.
A1?
A1. Oh my God, she kept saying it over and over and over. A1. A1. A1.
Not the steak sauce.
No, it's AI. 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 Artificial intelligence. But I know those two words were just too much for her.
It would go natural.
No. Hang on just a second. Hi, Lisa. And then China is conducting military drills and tech demonstrations, including testing new landing barges and deep-sea cable cutters. What could go wrong? Potentially challenging U.S. policy under Trump. Forget that. And
Here's a word from the past.
here.
Détente.
Oh God! Explain to those who might not know what détente is. What?
A cessation.
Cease.
A balance.
Well, he's been body slammed.
So we got no balance.
No. No. He needs a balance ball. It's not. So, have you all heard the rumors? Press 1 in the chat if the answer is Oh, you listen. I know this with my brother's minuscule estate. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
And the fact that we're not operating nationally, that people, human beings, are being picked up off the street with no due process, no consideration for any human rights, any apparently not even checking ID.
If you got a cat, hey Lisa, hey
So
Lisa.
then you're whisked away to a friendly venue, Louisiana.
Mhm. So when is it us? Welcome back, Sky. Nuts. We usually have mixed nuts at night. The steak one. Hey, I know this very well. You live in Chicago, yeah. I mean, things just aren't there. So now TikTok is saying I have a flash goal. I don't know what that means, but it's got to do with donuts.
Please don't anybody flash your phone. Right.
So everybody just take a moment. We'll talk with her later if she's still here, but let us celebrate Sky. Sky has come out and had a successful surgery that went well. She's still healing. You obviously don't have daughters. What's wrong with you? Why are you here to attack?
You don't know anything about her.
What do you know? These people all know me. You don't. They come back every night.
Yeah. Yeah.
You wouldn't know.
Cool, but don't put the assertion.
Why? Yes. Her name is Sadie Rose. What's your next question? I can prove it. But she's probably older than you.
Yeah.
We love you, Ebony. It's good to see you, sweetie. You're
Love
one
you.
of the good ones. You are one of the good people who come here and spread joy and happiness. Always have a positive voice.
You're a source of light.
Okay, Sparky, I don't know what's bothering you. I really wish you a good night. But I'm not done. Hold on, people. So here's what's going to happen. I just reported. I will get pinged tonight. Thank you, Ebony. And we will be banned. And if that happens, please go to Easy Key Solutions or the other platforms. And let's just thank you, Miss Ash. Thank you, Miss Ash. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. But and actually, I do want to say something about Luigi. For the record, they're talking about really serious sentencing. Thank you, Lisa. Desiree, good to see you. How do I pronounce it? Is it Kavalka? I don't know if I say that right. Kavalka. Appreciate that. He's an Ivy League graduate, as a reminder. He's pled not guilty. His attorneys are pushing for the exclusion of the unalive penalty. Thank you, Tessa Pay. Citing violations by the DOJ. I'll bet this kid skates. And here's what that lady didn't understand.
Ivy undergrad and grad.
Mm-hmm. What that woman didn't understand was I despise this kid. And now I'm going to tell you something. What did I tell you was the reason for me doing the Luigi tonight? Tell me. Why did I put up Luigi versus?
There seems to be out there.
Yeah, I did a Luigi post and I put a Luigi background to see what it would attract. And the truth is, it We are not, and you know what? I am not his judge, nor his jewelry. I'm not sure what that means. Hold on. Okay. Um, hey, South Beach babe, how you doing? Thank you. Thank you for the team. Great. It just seems to me that, like, here's something you may or may not know. When he was going into court, he asked not to wear the prison jumpsuit. And so he was able to work that out, get accepted. Well, P.S. He didn't like the socks they brought. They brought him Argyle socks. So he went sockless in the court. He is getting so much special attention, but this is what happens in an era of banking. And I guarantee, Diddy, I could put up a Diddy picture and get the same reaction. What if you had a kid?
He'll probably just probably go to trial, get convicted. They'll get what they want.
Yeah.
And then there'll be a high dollar community or fund. Oh, yeah.
I thought that was okay.
Yeah.
So we were playing around today in the store. What's that say? He was just trying out the Don Johnson one. No socks, something like that. Hey, good to see you, small boss. Or slim boss.
Yeah.
Dusty said he's sorry, but he's probably having problems with that. That's okay. We appreciate it, Dusty. I used to love that Spanky, right? Spanky and the R Gang comedy. They were fun. Oh, thank you.
It's been 40 years. Time for a fashion redo.
Well, some of them also, the second round of the R Gang.
Oh, yeah.
That was redone. It is small boss. Okay, just a second. So I'm thinking you own a small business. You want to share what that is? It's wonderful to see you. Okay. It's an experiment. Hold on. I think people are going nuts. Oh my God, people are insane. People think they can lay hands on you. People think they can say anything for you, to you. And then when you answer back, you're the bully.
Yeah.
And that, the little rascal, that's right, Lisa. And it's that gaslighting. Like, again, the Supreme Court. Hey, Kirby, it's great to see you. I'll always think of Lucy and Kirby. Hello abroad. Good to see you. I hope you haven't been adrift. Plus our way up there. I hear they filter in I had a beast block me for my opinion on you. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. That's again, yes, people are crazy. Like there's a lady who just assumed that I am a fan of Luigi. I wanted to see what the hits were, what the numbers were, because now, just so you know, the algorithm is as much a visual thing as it is the word. The algorithm is tripped more. If you were to say F asterisk CK, they don't like that. Yeah. And now it's the image. So the more you put a Spanky image or even an alfalfa one, the algorithm reads it visually. And so those aren't, and that's how Aaron, they're trying to say Aaron triggered people. We've all heard Aaron Parnas's account has been restricted. Have you all heard that? There you go. If you restart your live, it will fix it.
No.
What's happening? What did I miss? Steven, how's the feed? How do things look? Steven, I don't have people as moderators. Am I being filtered? I think not by me. I would show people my hand.
Oh.
This is what's up. But if TikTok wants to do it, TikTok will also now ping you for violations as a guest, just writing. I have no answer. The pee, I prefer steak and asparagus. Those are two of my favorites. Your pee smells like hell afterwards, but you know.
This is how echo chambers.
Yeah. I mean, the point is, so I do want to know what the other side said. However, I don't want to be challenged for what my personal thoughts are, be attacked, and then lose an account. I'm sick of people doing that bullshit.
But all this censorship is how
Yeah.
echo chambers.
It's terrifying. It's how autocracy is. That's my. Oh, I don't know. I took that picture today. I take birds. I take birds. Not any better. No. I can't see it. Look at that blue eye. It's not a pigeon. It's the great pigeon, Charlie Brown. No, that was the first. Whatever. I don't know. I can't listen to them because you can't read it. Exactly, Stephen. Exactly. And so I don't want to have them up here. Oh wait, Lisa, like you're getting filtered, and I haven't a clue on. And there, so that's what's up. So they gave you a warning. Hold on, I want to see what that says. It's not giving you a warning, and you know me, I don't say anything bad. And just now you got filtered. So like now you're targeted. It's this awful, awful Twitter, Facebook bastard. And so again, there are a lot of different places from Skylight, Clapper, Flip, to fan base, which we booted out of, to Substack, to YouTube. I think so long as we have the same name in every place, you'll be able to find us.
Yeah.
There's an interaction here. I like being able to talk to people, and I'm not sure you can really do that on the YouTube. So, free speech seems like it's over, Susan. It's the most disappointing thing. No, there's a lot of other things too, but it's bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad. I never dreamed this would happen. Not even a little. I don't get it. We'll work donuts. God, I could go for a donut right now.
Yeah.
Here you go. Nothing?
Lousy head.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes. So I tried to do a video today for Carmen. It wouldn't let me do it. It's missed everything. I don't know what just happened. Thank you. Thank you for the donut. It almost looks like I have a Mexico looks better every day. We're pushing forward. All systems go with bank certifications and meetings set and facilitators. Yeah, I'm excited. It's the only reason that I'm happy is knowing that there is an end to this. Go ahead, just ask questions time. I think we're already away, but things are already. Yeah, I agree. Go right ahead. Yeah, it's over. Thank you. We are too. The whole going to the console is scary. Did you have to take your doggy to USDA vet? Why were we going to keep her? No. As a matter of fact, she has a vet appointment 2 weeks from Friday. Yes. We need to be free. We're not eating her. So Joy always goes for told that one needed to clear all pets. Oh, wait. Yes. It's got nothing to do. Well, I don't want to say that. Thank you, Lisa. So she will need all her paperwork. I'll give you an example. When we moved from California to Hawaii and then Hawaii back to the mainland, she did have to have, what do they call it, a titer? I don't think she needs it for this.
The titer test was going to Hawaii.
Right, that was just to go to Hawaii because they didn't have any rabies there. They wanted to
Yeah,
make sure.
we had to get a letter from the airline.
Yeah, but if are you flying or are you driving? I'm thinking you're driving because you're right there. But that being said, yeah, she'll need. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. I don't know what your time frame is, but we can meet you somewhere. Oh, I'm in Nevada. Mr. B and I are in Nevada, Southern Nevada, Vegas, that kind of.
Probably Southern
We, you realize now?
Yeah.
Huge. I'm busting this week. I don't know why he's doing what he's doing right now. What he's doing. But anyway, we have Herman. Oh, that's right. Oh, but that's so much fun. Okay, so thanks, Seth. Back at you. Here's the number one thing I would recommend, Jess. It will be life changing for you. You will not make a mistake. Go to a website. This is not a paid anything. Go to a website called the Mexican Relocation Guide. All one word. Mexican.
I think it's Mexico.
Oh, Mr. B corrects me. Mexico Relocation Guide. It will be the best $500 you spend in your life. It's going to buy your freedom. Everything you need to know when you get to the border, how to talk to them at the border, what it's, and she has a private Facebook page.
Get a facilitator to help you.
Yeah, so for $65, thank you so much. We had a consult with an immigration facilitator who came as a referral from Mariana, who owns the Mexico Relocation. Sí, un poquito de español. This is my 28th day in a row of studying.
I think you can hire facilitators to help you at the border too.
Yes. Yo hablo un español. Yo libro un español. Yo ayudo hoy o no tomorrow or mañana. So it's broken. I speak Spanish like somebody speaks really broken English, like the kind you have to be patient. So right now I'm not perfect, but he thinks I'll get better.
He is. And I'm the kind that no amount of screaming or repetition.
Yes.
If it doesn't register, it doesn't register.
Yeah, and for me, I just think of Spanish words as synonyms to English words, and just the verbs are different.
But I'm trying.
Yeah, but with time it will get better. Absolutely. I love the Spanish language. I'm excited about the whole thing. I know renting a place for the first 6 months to a year. So little by little, right? Is that kind of what you mean, a little at a time? Major, a little, yes. I need to get out of here. So I understand. What's your time frame? Thank you. Here, thank you. I didn't know that word. Howdy, Ruthie. And mujer is wife, I believe. Mi esposo.
Mi esposa.
See, you guys are the back at you. Back at you. So somebody was going to say something, and I was waiting for a response. Just you sound 10 times better Aw, don't worry about that. I'll get you caught. You're all very sweet. With the mix, I spelled it wrong twice. Don't worry about it. Neatness doesn't count here. We just, life is so complex. Yeah, except I know how to think. Right. You're not supposed to do. We'll try just, I'll use all these teeth and just try and smile and hope we get through it. The world is an insane place. Molly, how you doing? How you doing?
I think Mariana has some on YouTube has some of her videos.
Outside Guadalajara.
About the guy. And, if you want to see see the value of it on YouTube, Mariana, the woman that runs it, she has some videos. If you just search for Mexico relocation guide, the non-subscriber videos that come up.
It's so funny. We did not intend this. I went out and wore a Tommy Bahama dress today, and he's wearing a Tommy Bahama shirt. We got a bird behind. I don't know.
We had a non-detective.
Yes, we had good blood work. Other than a little rheumatoid arthritis, quite frankly, I'll take it.
Always goes.
It is what it is. Yeah, but everything else is good. Tropical vibe. Totally. We lived in Hawaii, so I was wearing a lot of Tommy back then. Really want to buy a house. The SSC is moving living people to the. I saw that like a lot of them already. A lot. But meanwhile, these people should be collecting, right? So, oh, it's Monday. Oh no, she's on all the time. Is Rachel on Monday through Friday now? Thank you, Miss
Thank
Minnie. Okay, hold on. The first, I don't know. We completed some. Maddow's the best. I don't know how she's still there. Uh-oh. Wait, yes, what did your letter say? Hold on, let's see.
Thank you, because I hate typing.
I know, I kind of thought. Tell me what's going on.
So, okay, I've been MIA. I apologize. I have
Don't.
trauma.
Oh, you have what?
So, I got a letter saying that I no longer qualify for survivor benefits from Social Security Administration. I've gone to my local office 7 times, and they don't know why I got it. I didn't get paid. I didn't get my check in March, and I didn't get my check in April.
Wow.
You need to reach out to Congress.
So the head, our manager, the head guy, the head lady, excuse me, she's not a lady, head guy, she's a woman, is doing a deep dive into our case to find out why. She said it should have nothing to do with, because I thought maybe it's because I'm working 2 jobs.
Yeah.
She goes, that has nothing to do with that.
That's right, because
Trust
it's a
me,
survivor benefit.
If you've gone 2 months already, Jess, you need to write your congressman and burn the candle at both ends.
Don't. And by the way, if that doesn't do it, go to your local TV station.
Yeah.
That's where. And so if you get to that point, let me know. I'll help you with that.
Because I was like, it's so stressful. I mean, and then I did my taxes.
Oh.
I owe $9,877.52 to the federal government.
Well, if you're moving to Mexico, I don't think you gotta pay.
But I already did it, and I sent a payment, or that's like too rich for my blood. I'm not gonna lie. I like balls. I'm getting $5,000 back from state, so I figure I'll just throw that $5,000
$15,000 swing.
No, she's just gonna give, I know it, you're gonna give them 5 of the 9. Question, why do you think, who did your taxes? I'm being nosy.
Each in our block did my taxes, and I did the LLC and everything for my respite job. And the dog is barking at the chicken per usual.
That's cool.
You know what's funny? I didn't even really hear it because I'm so used to dogs barking.
She explained it to me because we're under Donald Trump's tax administration laws. That's why everything's changed.
But that's not a good enough answer. To me, I'd like the specifics.
I lost the dependent because my daughter's 23, so I didn't claim her.
Right.
And so I had that against me. And she said, my tax bracket went up. How did my tax bracket went up? I'm the only one supporting 2 kids. And she just was like, well, I put in everything you put in. So I'm just going to be very active and keeping all receipts for my LLC and making sure I scan them in every week because she said that I could have claimed a lot more if I had a lot more of the documentation.
Well, how do you usually pay for things? That's a nosy question. But could you have gone to your PayPal or your bank statement?
I have Wells Fargo, so I tried to do that, but I transport my respite kiddos, so I could. My car was a write-off, but I could have written off the gas if I kept better track of the mileage.
Yeah.
See, stuff like that. So she's like, just put something in your glove compartment, and every time you get in the car, write it, date it.
That's good advice.
Right.
That's good advice.
And then she said, I had to buy a new laptop because I do.
Right.
When I tutor work with my one respite kiddo online with her math, she goes, well, you could have written off your laptop. But I didn't know that, and I didn't save.
But if you charged it somewhere in your statements, it's there. And I want to say this about H&R Block. With even though it doesn't sound very complex, there's enough complexity there that I would guarantee if you went to somebody else, you would be paying maybe $2,500. That's way too high. They're known to make mistakes.
Did I contest it?
I would have another person look over everything.
So
I would.
Yeah, you can't necessarily contest it, but you can file a supplemental
I was going to
return.
say, I think she needs an extension now. Have you sent it in already?
Yeah, it was filed and everything.
Okay, so it's
So you're
e-filed,
okay.
but that means now
Yeah.
I would have somebody review the return and then file something supplementally. I will tell you, we have a CPA do ours. He normally charges like $600, but he's our friend, so he doesn't charge it. By the way, I made sure to thank him. And he's in California, but I would say that sounds based on your circumstances, even and that's not the state, that's the Fed. So
That's the Fed. I'm getting over $5,000 back from the state.
From the state.
That's
And
what I
even the
mean.
lady at
There's
H&R
this
Block
ridiculous
is like,
difference.
So that I got it. So now I get that's insane.
so I'm gonna do that. I know somebody who's a CPA too.
Excellent.
I respite for their granddaughter.
Excellent.
So I'm gonna call and I'll see. And I have the paperwork from H&R Block. See, you guys have always been.
Because I'm trying to always find solutions, and I would say, if you feel comfortable, print out from Wells Fargo the last 12 months date. You'll be able to circle. You're not going to have the receipt. Most of us don't save it, but you will be able to circle what you bought. If there was gas, you can circle it and say that was for this. You'll find
If you used a credit card, you could go online,
Yeah.
pull up your statement for those months, circle the charge.
Smart.
Yeah, and sometimes you can back it up all the way to the retailer, especially if you bought it online. If you
Well, I
bought
bought my laptop off Staples and I did use my credit card.
there you
So
go. So you got
and
that.
I was like, but I don't have the actual receipt. So I'm gonna do that with the CPA.
Do
That's
it.
probably gonna be much better.
I think you'll find that there's, and if you do a little homework first,
Yeah.
again, find some of this stuff, you'll take care of that problem. Again, this is not tax advice, I'm not a tax professional,
No.
but
No, but
common sense tells
it's
us,
advice on a different level.
yeah, I just want to make sure that you're not getting screwed. That's all that comes down.
Every time I feel them screwed, and then my school district sent out letters that they're getting rid of 7 teaching positions for next year because of budget cuts. So,
That's comforting.
thank you, Donald Trump and
Wow.
Linda McMahon. I hate you both.
Oh, for good reason. So
That way you want to
So they want to take survivor benefits, which are rightfully yours.
Yeah.
My mother got them. I mean, so from the time she got them for years until she died.
Yeah.
So there's absolutely no reason to take those from you. Additionally, now it's potentially you could lose a job.
Yeah.
Realistically, based on finance, Stephen and I talk about this. Finances, when do you think you want or can go out of country?
So I did passports and visas in January.
Did you go to a consulate yet?
No, but I did something online to schedule an appointment.
Excellent. That's good. That's a big deal. Dude, that's
And
really
then
Go ahead.
I ran into a major roadblock with the animals because people were telling me that they had to be certified by USDA certificated vet, but you're saying no. So I'm going to pay the $600.
Five. It's five. Let me tell you,
$500 and do that.
you will be so happy you did it. She has it broken out in sections. So it says, okay, where are you, if you're renting, if you're buying, if you have dogs, if you have cats, if you are moving, do you want a guy with a truck or do you want somebody who actually will move your stuff and deal with the people at the border?
Yeah.
What else can we talk about? She talks about, where's the gay community? Where's this community? Where will you find
And
more
it's- yeah,
expats?
She has it for pretty much every region
Yeah,
in
of Mexico.
Mexico.
So
Yeah.
you got a place in mind because you have family.
My uncle has a house, well, he has 2 houses. He has one in La Paz and then he has one in Michoacan. And the one in Michoacan right now is vacant.
Oh,
And so he was watching the news and something from Gargle Balls came on and it was an interview about finding the root cause of autism and that if we found the root cause we could cure it. And he said his skin crawled and his heart and his mind went straight to Charlie.
oh.
So now he's like, I don't care what, we gotta get him out of there. So
Because those are the fears. Every group has a different fear. And
Yeah.
I don't like, again, people need to get their medications. People need to have access to health care. There are so many things that we're just losing. And yet, every day that people think Elon Musk is losing money, because of Twitter. I don't know what those sounds like. Was that you? That's you. Never mind.
yeah, it's fine.
Don't
The
worry about it.
security cameras are being because the chickens. Did I tell you guys Charlie adopted 4 chickens?
Oh, yeah, you mentioned, but I didn't know it was 4. That's a lot of
Oh.
chicken.
Only 4.
Oh,
He wanted to bring all 50 home, but I said no.
that's a lot of chicken.
And the last one we picked out, she kind of has attitude.
Oh,
Her name is Clucky.
Clucky. The chicken with attitude. Clucky. It
But I
sounds
call
like
her
a
Clucky.
Yeah.
Marianne, she chases me. And I'm still on crutches. Okay,
Oh.
evil tendencies.
That's funny, though. It's kind of funny.
But yes, she's, yeah.
All right. So let's see. Miss Carmen, I want to say hello to you while you're here. And Carlos said he's sorry to hear about what's going on, but the best thing you'll do, pain in the ass to buy the book, but when I tell you, and she has this great thing about keeping it confidential.
Yeah.
That's why her Facebook group, you have to answer, like, what email did you buy the book on?
Okay.
And I gotta tell you, I have learned so much. She said, listen to the, it's, we've learned and learned. Anything we thought we knew about even going to the consulate, we learned, but it's, yeah. And like in that group today, I asked a question. I said, hey, we're supposed to be going next week? No, week after.
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
So
Oh,
a
my
week
God.
from tomorrow.
Oh, I'm going to have a stroke. To the
Are you
consulate. No, but what we realized we didn't include as income was the rent we get from the Hawaii house. So we need to rethink something. And since we don't pay anything on this house, because it's complicated,
Yeah.
because of that guy that's like an angel. But I don't know, because I was thinking that Mr. B would apply for the resident temporary residency, and I would go in temporarily as a tourist visa, and then later he gets to petition for me, and it's very easy once you're there. So really,
Yeah.
not everybody needs everything going in, because there's also a certain amount of money you need to make per month,
Yeah.
per person, and
Yeah.
depending on who you ask, it's net or gross. So you can stay up to 4 years. But long before that, so our intention is to rent, buy, and I would like dual citizenship, but I can't go for that till 5 years. Oh my God, I'll be like really fucking old.
So like my thing, because I told my mom, I sat my mom down and my grandma, and I told them that this was my plan, and I have to, something has to give. We have to protect the kids.
Absolutely.
My mother thinks I'm
That's,
hat backwards crazy.
Of course she
because
does.
We know she's MAGA.
Yep.
My grandmother cried, and I said I would pay for her to come with me, and she said, I am indigenous. I'm alive on my land. I said, okay.
And to each his own, right? That's the key.
Yep.
Is that
Controversy.
everybody has to do what everybody's got to do. Like Ray just said
Yep.
a moment ago, she's scared shitless.
Wow.
I get
Thank you,
that.
Carmen.
Isn't
Sorry,
she sweet?
I
Isn't
didn't
she
mean to
sweet?
cut you off.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. When Carmen's doing those things, we love that. I'm a family girl. So we have 2 adults. So Mr. B, they were his kids, but I have 2 adult stepkids that I believe I helped raise. And they're like close to 40 now. So when somebody says, do you have daughters? I can say yes. But they did not come out of my vagina, which is, I think, what that woman wanted to hear. But I digress. The bottom line is, everybody, there are people who will think we're insane. But I have a big mouth. Hey, Carrie, fuck Donald Trump. I'm saying it for you. Anybody who comes in with that in their name, I will say it for them at least.
Yeah.
We
With your
have,
whole chest out.
that's it. And that's the only way I can do it at this point.
Especially right now.
Thank you, Sal. I just think if you can get out and you want to, do it. If people feel like they're on their land, I'm sorry, I'm actually very afraid for the natives on their land right
Terrified for my grandma.
now. Yeah,
Terrified.
and she may change her mind later. So for now,
You know,
look
she's
after you.
98 years old.
Oh
here, yeah.
God, dang.
She's 98.
Okay, Carrie. I just got what you said. 98. So here's what you're going to live by FaceTime or something like that. And you absolutely need to get WhatsApp, even though we all hate Meta, but it's what almost everybody uses down in Mexico. It is the norm. Again, it's all in the guide. And the Facebook group has 2,000 people who will give you their real opinions on things, whether you like it or not. But she does lives, and she also does lots of interviews with different experts, including our facilitator. I believe Stephen, he's not up here, but Stephen is meeting with her as well. And we talked to the mover who came to us via Mariana as well. So I think you'll feel better, especially for the kids. That's what
Yeah,
this
that's
is
my
to
whole
keep
thing.
them safe, because it's the only way. It's the only way. And plus, your cost of living will be significantly cheaper. It
Because
lowers.
let's face it, if they come to on my property to
Oh.
take my son away from me,
Oh.
they're gonna unalive me, or it's gonna be Waco 2.0.
Yeah, I got that. You know what? That requires no explanation.
No,
No.
because I have them and I will use them when it comes to my babies.
Yeah.
So,
Right, I always say, we know all our amendments, right? And we know when to use them. So,
and like our president.
exactly. So my thing is, figure out and you'll get a better sense of your own timing after you start watching her. And by the way, before you spend it, go look her up, the Mexico Relocation Guide on YouTube. Subscribe to her. You'll get so much info. Your head will explode.
Okay.
But you don't want to make an international move without somebody like her. And this is what she does for a living, is help people get out of the U.S., Canada, as well as other places. But it's mostly Americans and Canadians. Yes, the United States, but not really anymore, right? They're not
So
quite.
with the United Trump.
Yeah, the United
Spanky.
The United Spankies. And by the way, if you don't use Duolingo, get the app. You will learn a little
Okay.
Spanish every day. I'm having such a ball with it. Yeah, as do I.
Very little. But
Un poquito, poco.
yeah.
Yeah, so that'd be a little bit.
I'm
But,
gonna mute myself because my kids are coming in.
all right, welcome at home. You can listen. Oh, good, enjoy. Hey, Sky. I want to make sure she can talk. It feels like talking. Hey, hi. That's what I wanted to hear. How do you feel? How do you sound? And can you talk?
I can talk a little bit. Still kind of hoarse,
Okay,
but I'm not horrible.
good.
You sound good.
You sound pretty good. So,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
is it getting better every day?
A little bit at a time, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking this is. And do they tell you to have stuff with honey or ice cream? What's the diet on that?
So I can have soft food now.
Okay, so you're still in soft food. That makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
When can you get real food?
Hopefully sooner rather than later, because soft food's driving me nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all need texture and chewing and
Yeah.
yeah, because even ice cream gets old. Someone asked what's going on with her. Do you want to talk about that? That's up to you. Go right ahead, Scott.
Okay, so I had a surgery a few days ago. I'm 4 days post. I had my thyroid removed. Pretty significant, kind of scary, you know.
And tell them how old you are.
I'm 26, almost 26.
This is a young woman, so let's be very
Yeah.
clear. So South had thyroid cancer. Interesting. How did that? You had your surgery, did he? South, can I bring you up for a minute?
It takes a while
be
to
okay,
get
Sky?
all that anesthesia out of you.
Absolutely.
Papillary. Oh, isn't that tongue?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Thank you. I think we all learn from each other.
Absolutely.
And so, why not, let's bring up the babe. Babe,
Hey,
how you doing?
can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
It's good to talk to you guys. I love you guys.
Oh.
I like that you speak your mind
Do
and
we
you
ever?
tell it like it is. You know, you're very clear about, you know, your feelings, your position.
Yeah,
And
there's
I
not,
admire that in you.
tolerate me.
I'm sure he's so sweet. You both are so blessed.
He is, but we try and tell it like it is. Where are you from originally? I think I know.
I was born in New York, of course, you could tell by the accent.
Yay!
And then my father retired and we moved to Miami Beach. And then I put something here with big regrets in the Ozarks. We just had tornado damage, so I'm now here and I'm going to go back soon. But, you know, I'm too old for this. I'm really too old.
You took a shot, right?
Oh,
This is my
but, you know,
philosophy.
I put it over a fax machine. You know, it's stupidity sometimes.
We all have our moments.
And then I got Lyme disease, and I didn't even know what I had. They kept telling me like I was crazy in my mind and this and that. And I said, listen, I was in medicine before. People that know me saw me go through the change. They saw physically what I was like. Never did I think in my wildest dreams that it would be, you know, an infectious disease. Never.
wow.
So how did
Mold. I think I got, you know, mold. I always tell people, have your house tested. I don't care if it's a new house. I don't care if it's 6 months. I do have your house tested for mold because it's not final mold you can see. I mean, that you can't see it. If the wood or whatever construction was laying out there and it got wet, you just don't know.
No, there's literally thousands of mold spores in the air. Some are hazardous, some aren't.
But if
So
you have a good immunity, if you have a good immunity, a lot of these could be overcome. The immunity will always fight and accommodate whatever it gets infected with. But my immunity was not right. You know, I didn't have a thyroid, then I had to have an hysterectomy. When you start losing organs, your body compensates.
So question, when you had thyroid cancer?
I had papillary carcinoma of the thyroid, and even though he told me I had a goiter, okay, you know, that lump in the throat, and I was having trouble swallowing when it became really bad, I felt I had to take it, you know, because they said most goiters are not cancerous. My doctor was a relatively new doctor, an ENT guy, and he said, oh, don't worry, these goiters, they're always usually negative to biopsy, blah, 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 and no news is good news, so don't worry. It's nothing. Well, you know, I had some symptoms. I didn't feel right. That weekend, he called me, or the girl called me and said, you got to come into the office Monday. Well, I knew right away I was in trouble.
Exactly.
Because he said, oh, good news, and here he wants me in the office Monday. Over the weekend, he called me, so needless to say, I was crying the whole weekend.
Oh,
I was devastated.
I don't blame you.
I knew what was lurking. And here he read me this riot thing that most are negative. Don't worry. But he did say, you know, if I was going to have cancer, that was the least, you know, a consolation. That was the least of the serious of cancer.
So they removed the whole thyroid?
I had to do it in two. You know, you have two. You have one on each side, so I had to have two different surgeries. They don't remove it all at one time, and I had drains. I mean, it was a hard surgery. For me, it was very difficult.
I'm curious about symptoms. Because I
could, when I was on the beach and I actually left my condo, moved in with my parents with a child because I couldn't even take care of myself. I had so many symptoms. I was so fatigued. I couldn't get up from the couch. Couldn't get up.
Yeah.
I just felt like there was something very wrong. And I remember telling my dad at the time when he was alive, I said, how can I be in medicine and they can't figure out what I have, and my blood tests sometimes come back a little iffy, but they're negative, and how can I feel like that's one over? What is going on with me?
I do, listen, women have a tough time. Welcome back, Harry. Fuck Donald Trump.
And my hair changed. My hair got really like strawberry, and I went from a platinum blonde to a yellow. I mean, you saw my skin look terrible. I looked sick. No matter what I did, I looked sick. I was having palpitations, my heart was beating, you name it, I had it. Pain in the legs, pain in the muscles.
How do you
I
feel
said,
now?
let's find a cancer. You know, I didn't, this was before the thyroid cancer. You know, I mean, I had symptoms before.
But
So it was just
I'm curious about your thyroid symptoms. What was that? The fatigue?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it was related because they didn't find the Lyme till I moved to Arkansas. They did not. I was like, I felt like I was crazy. Every doctor I went to, oh, look, your blood tests are great. And that's you, or your anxiety, and you should take something for anxiety.
This is what.
And I said, I refused. I was really being insulted. I
So,
felt like
it's
they
common.
couldn't find out what was wrong with me. Therefore, they were labeling me like a mental case.
This is not unusual, and I'll tell you a couple of things. So, it happens to women more than men. It happens to black women more than white women. I had a friend of mine who went through it recently. She's in the hospital, like going on 7 days. They did every test in the book. They never did figure out what was wrong with her. But they took all the money, they took everything, and they really weren't listening. I just lost sound. Can you guys hear us? Everything was disconnected. So you can hear, but we lost our guest. You see that, right?
Yeah.
How crazy. Hold on, we're coming back. Oh my God, it literally bounced people. Hold on, I'm going to check the account for a minute. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, God, someone gonna hate me again. So sick of people. I have no idea. I'm looking on my iPad and it doesn't look like we had, hold on. It doesn't look like, hang on. Oh my God.
Who could have
By the
envisioned
way-
this 6 months ago?
Sparky got away with it. Yes, you got disconnected and then came back. We did not get disconnected actually. So our screen continues because I watched
But all
timers
the-
and such. But
all
all
the-
the guests went,
Yeah, they all dropped.
and I can't bring anybody up yet. So I guess we'll talk a minute. Nonetheless, I've had to leave and come back several times. Do you guys want us to hang up and come back? Vote yes if you want us to do that. We will. Boom, man. How you doing? Yeah, you're freezing now and then. Okay, guys, you tell me. I think I know one. Turn that. Yeah. I'm gonna start with my. Okay. I'm gonna go and we're gonna come back because we're understanding. I don't know what's going on. So let's try this again. Sorry, Carl. Let's have a good conversation. Then we're gonna have some fun. Okay? We'll be right back. I'm sorry. I hate this. I hate this very much. I know. Exit, stream, and stream.
I know.